Hi there. Well, it is a kind of an overcast day. The sun will come out for a little while and then it'll tuck back in. So I'm out here on the pool deck and I've got some work to do. Not only am I going to be taking care of the garden and kind of replanting some of the things in that, replanting some of the carrots and the smaller sprouted tomato plants and the onions. I'll be repotting those into bigger pots. But I've got some flowers that need pruning, some cleanup work out here around the pool deck, and I have enough to do for the rest of the day and into tomorrow too. So let me get started and I'll show you what happens when I'm all done, okay? I'll show you what it looks like when I'm all done. But probably tomorrow, for sure. Okay, let me show you what it looks like right now before I start. Okay, well, I've already shown you the garden. I do need to repot, especially those tomato plants that are in the smaller plastic tubs. They need to go into a pot of their own. Probably repot the carrots over there and the onions here tucked in. Yeah, and that onion plant down there too will be repotted. And I think I may just go ahead and do this other tomato plant right here into a bigger pot. That's in a flower pot now that's not too deep, and I see that he is trying to sprout tomatoes there. There's a little one way in there. That's the first one I've seen. And then besides that, I've got weeding to do in all the flower pots all around the deck, and pruning of the dead leaves especially, and some weeding to do, not only on the pots but along the edge over there. And trim up that plant there in the corner that's kind of growing like crazy out of the pot. It looks like it's dead, but it flowers up every spring and looks fine. And this one I need to trim up definitely. And this air fern here, I always trim it back every spring, and it grows like a weed. I mean, it is wild. I don't like it. I've tried to get rid of it, but it keeps coming back, so I just let it go and keep it trimmed. And this plant needs to have the dead stuff removed from it, and it'll be much happier with that. And then I think these pots are just nothing, so I might just use those for something else. But look at here too. That's a sprout from the onion, the end of the green onion that I planted the other day, only a few days ago, and it's coming up. One of them anyway. I think I've got about 4 of them in there, something like that. We'll see what happens. But let me get started here, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm all done, okay? So hang in there. I'll be back. Maybe not today yet. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe even into the next day. Depends on how hot it gets this afternoon, okay? But this is my project for right now. Okay, I don't know how well you can see this guy. And I'm not too sure how to zoom. He came hopping out of the ferns here when I was trimming and putting fresh soil in. Scared the bejeebies out of me. And he's watching me. But he's just gonna have to find his way out of here. I'm not touching him. So, I have finished pruning and putting fresh soil, potting soil, in the pots here for the flower plants that should be coming up sometime later this spring, hopefully. And did I say I've weeded it? I don't know. I'm worn out. I'm hot. It is hot and humid, but at least I had a little bit of shade in the sun deck here. But I have weeded everything out, trimmed plants up. Even this air fern that, honestly, my husband tried to, kill it off a while back before me. It didn't work. We tried to get rid of it when I was here to put something else in this pretty pot in the corner. We couldn't even get it out of the pot. It is embedded in that pot. So I just keep trimming it back. And I gave it a good trim up now. And I gave him a good trim up. Eventually, he's going to be planted in the North 40. But for now, I just keep trimming him back. Okay. And I gave fresh soil to all the cactus and all the other plants here. It's just kind of my sprucing up for the spring. Everything got some fresh soil. And look at my onions. There is one, oh gosh, I've got a new sprout there. That one came up the other day. And I planted a couple more. I better cover them better with dirt. These might be sprouts coming up too, I'm not sure. But definitely that one is, and this one over here is. So, something's happening. Alright, Mr. Frog, where'd you go? He hopped out of this site here, I don't know where, but I gave these plants all fresh dirt. And don't look on the mess on the tile, because that will all be brushed off and washed off. But I gave all the plants fresh soil so that they will have a little bit of extra nutrient to grow when the rainy season comes. I did not get to my garden today. Might have to do that tomorrow, but I do need to repot some plants and freshen up some of the tomato plants. So I tell you, these container tomato plants just keep on producing tomatoes. I took 4 of them off both of these plants. That one in the corner and this one. I took 4 tomatoes off of that just yesterday. And now I've got 3 more to go here and some more green ones coming. They just keep on producing. So we'll see what the other ones do. Oh, and if you notice, this is the big beef tomato plant. And I just thought, I'm going to try and grow some celery. So I took 2 ends here and I planted it. That was just planted yesterday though. We'll see how it goes. But that's the status of my backyard flower garden, plant garden, along the pool deck. I gotta tidy things up. William will get out here within the next day or so and with a blower blow off the dirt and the leaves and twigs and whatever off the deck here, and then I'll be out and with a hose and wash it down and give all the plants a nice watering too. So that's what I'm doing today. I have to go inside and relax in the coolness of the air-conditioned house and have some some ice cold water. For now though, I hope you're all doing well. Take care, and I'll be talking to you again real soon, but it's bye for now. And actually, I'm even thinking about jumping in the pool and get cooled off real fast. It sure does look inviting. But I bet it's still a little bit too cold because we still have coolness overnight and in the early morning. Yeah, I think I'll go inside to the air conditioning. Bye for now.